Hello, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly. So I have here to look at a Range Rover Evoque. It's got some AdBlue issues. Now of course, it's the usual story. He's been to a few garages who've reset default and just said, look, we don't know what to do apart from reset default. He said it does last a little while, so it doesn't come back on immediately. You can drive it away and within a few days or maybe a week, the fault lights will come back on and he's left with a mileage countdown. So that's the message there, 300 miles until the vehicle won't start. We'll use the launch diagnostic, it's the Tab 3. Okay, I'll run a high-speed scan. So everything's nice and green apart from this one. NOx exceedance, NOx driver inducement active. That means you've got the limited amount of miles before it won't restart. Reduced injector circuit open. P2047. I think I've done. I should have done plenty of these before. Yeah, Land Rover Discovery Sport P2047. That's the code we're looking at. Repair the wiring harness, heat shrink. So it's probably going to be the same job as that, which is repairing the wiring harness. Got another one there. Yeah. Oh, didn't want to click on it. Just wanted to read it. Yeah, common issue. Obviously, it can be the AdBlue injector, but most commonly the wiring, really. So we don't need to look at live data. I'm going to get under the vehicle and hopefully we can see the issue straight away. I think the customer did say that the AdBlue injector has been off and it's been replaced though, so maybe there's no visible damage to the wiring. I was going to say maybe it could be the AdBlue injector, but I think that's already been replaced. I'm sure he said it's off and it's had new clamps and injectors and everything. But we'll get underneath and have a look. Okay, so we've got it up on a ramp. Get a torch on there, see if we can see what's going on. Yeah, looks like that's definitely been replaced, hasn't it? Some sellotape here on the. I don't think that's normal. Let's give these a pull. Well, there we go. The wire there has come out. It's come out of the plug with just a little bit of a pull. Check the other one, that's alright as well. I'm not sure if that's normal there to have that sellotape there, I can't remember. Looks like we're going to have to get this plug off. Maybe see if we can fix. We could have done with a new replacement plug here, a replacement piece of this harness, but don't have one. So I'm going to have to see if I can do a repair on this one. Okay, so I've unplugged it from the injector there. Now I've got it down here. What I'm going to have to do for now is cut this off from about here. Now because this plug is a sealed unit, I have had to sort of cut it open to get this out and solder some new piece of wire onto it. Now I just waterproofed that up with some glue. Okay, so now I've attached those cables here and just put some heat shrink on to seal them up. Now you might ask, how did someone fit this without noticing the cable? So the cable was attached, but of course it's only attached by the rubber, so the actual cable inside had corroded away, and by giving it a little bit of a pull I noticed that it came apart. So that's how I noticed that the cable wasn't really attached. So I don't think somebody just didn't check there, give it a nice little, you don't need to pull it too hard, but a little bit of a tug and let's see if it comes apart. It should not come apart. Okay, now back in the vehicle, we're going to attempt to clear this fault code and hopefully we have now fixed that circuit issue. So we're going to run the vehicle for a few minutes and then rescan it. Okay, we can see there we've got 3 faults. Go back in, scan. Okay, so now we just need to sort out this NOx exceedance. While we're here, of course, I'm going to pull off the AdBlue injector, make sure it's clean, and also make sure that the port inside is clean, and we'll put some cleaner through the catalyst to clean off any sort of dry. Now there is going to be dry residue of AdBlue crystallization. The AdBlue injector hasn't been injected in, so whatever is inside is going to have sort of dried up. We'll get that sort of cleaned out now. So I'm just going to open the clamp, we'll get this off. So exactly as expected, the AdBlue injector has already been cleaned, but the actual port here where it goes into is blocked. It's really difficult to get the phone in there. Okay, so I use my little nozzle here to poke my way through. I should be able to, there we go. Just give it a little wiggle, and we'll squeeze the trigger on here. We'll get this cleaning fluid flushed into the catalyst, get it cleaned out. Okay, so you can see there it's starting to overflow. Okay, so we're back in here, we'll get this out now. Okay, now we'll get back inside, I'll hold the revs up. What this is going to do is going to flush all of that foam out. And what else we're going to do is turn the engine off, ignition on, go to special functions and look for AdBlue reset. We're looking for, that's not the option we're looking for. That's not the option we're looking for either. Okay, for some reason the option that I'm looking for is missing on that tool, so I might have to try another one. Okay, I'm going to try this tool here. Okay, so on this tool it's the AutoFix D1 or D1 Pro, I'm not sure, I can't remember. Let's have a look. No, options not there. We go in here and see if we can find it. Okay, so it looks like we're having some trouble on here too, because it's not in the diagnostic menu. Let's have a look in service, powertrain. Sure, there's probably some way if I go through different options on there I could have maybe found it as well, but clear adaptives. Start inhibit. Quality monitor reset, that's what I'm looking for. That option right there. So I've done loads of these with that launch, but I'm not sure why I couldn't find it there. Reset the quality monitor of the SCR. Sometimes what happens is when you do a software update, it actually can remove one or two of the items until the software update is corrected. So you can maybe go back to the old software and try it like that, but right, we'll just do this. This is why it's always handy to have 2 tools, or 3 or 4, like I have. Now what happens is it's going to read the fault codes, and now that we clear the fault codes this time they should stay away, because we did clear them, but the SCR codes did come back. Now if we clear them like this, they should stay away permanently. Okay, so that's initializing. Press OK. Okay, let's start it up. Let's see if that's worked. No, that hasn't worked, surprisingly. Okay, so I'm going to reset the start inhibit, see if that fixes this issue that we've got here for this countdown. Okay, back on the launch. So the auto fix did have the option there, but the reset isn't working. So what I'm going to do, look back on here. Just look in the powertrain. There it is. Okay, we'll do that again. It looks like it's worked this time. So just checking that the AdBlue tank has not been overfilled, because that can cause this not to reset, but it's not. Right, so a very rare problem here with this Range Rover is that I just can't get the NOx exceedance code to reset. Even though I've done in excess of 200 of these cars before, we seem to have some sort of software issue with this, so I'm going to have to send it to someone who's got original Land Rover software, or back to Land Rover themselves, and hopefully they can do it. I mean, the AdBlue isn't overfilled, all of the resets are going through, but they're just saying that it's failed to reset it for some reason. Unfortunately, unless someone else has got an answer for that, it looks like it's going to have to go back to Land Rover. Maybe they can do some sort of software update which should cure the issue, and see you on the next video.